Hi, everybody at Faith Baptist. It's Pastor Borden again, once again down in my basement, wanting to offer some updates and some things that I hope will help you in this season. And so this you have this video at the moment, but there's written versions of this that'll be found and linked to as well, and a whole new section of the website that's going to have some of the resources I want to share with you tonight. But if you missed the last update, I just want to let you know that everything in March from our services, our programs, our events, including the spiritual retreat, which I didn't mention last time, these things are all canceled. We'll see about what happens in April. The beginning of April, that's pretty iffy as well right now, but we'll continue to update you and certainly hope that we'll be able to gather again before too long, because we certainly are already starting to miss that opportunity to come together. But because we don't have that opportunity right now, there are still things that we can do. We're cut off from a lot of things. It's a growing number of things. I ran and got a haircut tonight because my barber is going to be closed after tomorrow. Our world seemed to be getting smaller in certain ways. But there's some very important things that we can do to stay connected to the God who loves us and is there for us and can fulfill us and meet all our needs in this challenging time as we take all these precautions against coronavirus. Our theme lately has been being apprentices to Jesus, and the emphasis has been on doing things that Jesus did in order to know and obey and remain close to God. And Jesus, even though he was God's son, was fully human, and so he needed to do things to remain spiritually strong, to depend on God, to stay close to God. And so wise Christians will try to do those same sorts of things that Jesus did. And we know that he immersed himself in the Bible, that he prayed to God often, that he went off on his own to meet God in silence and in solitude. He poured out love and mercy on others as well. And so for Christians who want to have a fruitful spiritual life, we also need to do these things, or we will wither because we're not connected to the vine, to Jesus, the true vine. And then we're not useful to the kingdom of God. We don't gain the peace and the security that comes from really knowing him and being with him. So in my last update, I challenged you to take this difficult season and decide that you're going to look back on the pandemic of 2020 as that time that you grew closer to God in a meaningful way. And I really hope that you will do that. And some of you are going to have more free time now. Some of you will also be working nonstop as part of an essential service of some kind. I know a lot of people are nervous right now because they're looking at economic hardship as a result of what's happening. Some of you, I don't know is going to happen to your retirement funds. Households like mine are trying to figure out how on earth you keep working the job that you want to work, but you've got your kids home with you all the time, and that's quite something. If that's the situation you're in, grace and peace be upon you. Now, you may even be in a privileged position right now where you're relatively secure and you've got a lot more time on your hands. And so I would say, why not turn to God in gratitude and give an offering of some of that time to seek him? And if you're feeling very hard pressed today, well, then recognize that you need God more than ever. And it's so important now to take time to seek him and to lean on him so that you don't become overwhelmed by the challenges or the anxiety that comes with all of this uncertainty, with the changes we're seeing every single day around us. So to try to help you with that, I've put together a list of resources, things that I use or things that people I trust have recommended to me in some way. And these are all going to be posted below the video on our website, or we'll link to the website. We'll attach these to the email that will go out, and even put a whole new section on the church website as well, where you can find these even after this update's kind of moved down the list a little bit. And so faithbaptist.ca is the website. It's got an update section for things like this, and it's going to have a resources section called Faith at Home as well. And so you'll see in this list a whole bunch of different things that you can use to grow closer to God, depending on what you most need or what you're looking for. There are some guided prayer and meditation options in this. One is Sacred Space. I just did a guided prayer session from Sacred Space before I did this video. It's can only take a few minutes if you want, or you can make it go a little longer, but it'll just guide you through some thoughts, some scripture, some prayer opportunities, and it's a great help. The Encounter website and podcast is a thing you can just turn on the audio and sit back, and it'll guide you in Christian meditation, which could be of help to you. You can sign up for all kinds of Bible reading plans and daily devotional things through Bible Gateway and YouVersion. And if you want to engage your kids in some spiritual development, and I hope that you will, remembering that you are their primary spiritual teacher, then I would hope that you would take some opportunity to make use of some of what we've offered. The Gospel Project is the regular Sunday school curriculum that our church uses, and they've offered free access to their weekly lessons. There's instructions in these resource files, as well as a link called the Bible app for kids that has all kinds of free videos about Bible stories and things that you could use at home with your kids. I know I also personally really like to listen to different sermons from different types of preachers during my week, and I've linked a few of my favorites here as well, and there are many, many others that you could find on your own. And just another reminder that come Sunday, there will be the week's sermon will be up on the church website with links to that through our email and Facebook as well. And along with that, some at-home worship options. So if you want to try to follow along with a bit of a worship service on your own, whether that's just with some of what I've offered you, or if you want to access some things online, even music and things like that, I'm going to give you some options for that. And I hope that you'll try to maintain that routine, that you'll take some time on Sunday and say, this time, God, I'm going to give to you for worship. And we've offered what we can, but there are other churches that are offering live streams and other things that may be of help to you as well. And you might want to look into that too. So stay tuned for that. It'll go up on the website sometime Saturday, and we'll have that available for you on Sunday morning. The last thing I just want to say, if you are feeling really overwhelmed right now, if you're thinking, boy, I'm definitely not going to check out any of those things that you're talking about because I don't have time or I'm under too much strain, then one thing I just leave you with is a very, very simple and short prayer that I think is been very valuable to me at times. And I brought it up at a Sunday service a few weeks back. It's just called the Breath Prayer. And it simply goes, Jesus, Son of David, have mercy on me, a sinner. And it's actually meant to be said in your head as you take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. It's Jesus, Son of David, as you breathe in, have mercy on me, a sinner, as you breathe out. And if you do that 2 or 3 times with a few deep breaths, it can do amazing things to help you overcome a moment of anxiety, to remind you that God is there, to be on the lookout for what he's doing in your life and in the world. Just building that daily awareness of God that I think we need more than ever right now. So I would offer that one to you as well, if that could be of help to you. So let me offer you a quick word of prayer now. God, more is changing every day, and it's easy to feel anxious, God, but I pray that you will create opportunity in the midst of this. Help us to remember that, as has always been true, our relationship with you is something that we're supposed to be taking the lead on. That it was never the church's job to make all this happen. And so even though we can't gather together as we wish we could, God, we can still seek you, we can still be present to you. And I pray that you would help each one who is part of our church find ways to do that, so that we can all look back together on this time and say, there were unexpected blessings. There were good things that God did as a result of all this. So Jesus, Son of David, have mercy on me, a sinner, and be with all those that we love as part of Faith Baptist Church. Amen.